This is what we basically now pioneer as the safe space. It's a neutral space. We facilitate the conversation. We're not there to draw opinions or draw direction. We're there for people to help themselves. And what we were trying to achieve very simply was to take the left-hand side to the right-hand side. And we found a few very key ways of doing this. Complexity to simplicity through visualization techniques, get the silos out to engagement through user-led approaches. This is what the customer needs. Inertia to momentum, lots of optimism in the system. This can be done. Risk-averse to experimental, prototypes, low-cost, cardboard, I kid you not. Conflict to collaboration, being neutral, mediating the solution, listening, lots of that going on in the room. Where do we get to? Well, we got basically, this is where we are in the real world. This is a ward. These are the kinds of nooks and crannies and lamps and beds that we're trying to get to the bottom of in terms of where these infections are changing hands. This was the current equipment. This was 1945, 47 components, 40 minutes to clean deeply, paint, crack, powder coating, vinyl coatings, sponge cushions, and so on and so forth. And through the process, lots of interaction with the people, the staff, the front line, what works for you, what's easy to clean, lots of cardboard. We got to this. This is 10 components, very, very simple, and it looks modern. And actually, it looks like a toilet, and that's actually what patients said they wanted it to look like. And very simply, we found 3 very fundamental economics to this process, if you like, in cost terms. Firstly, the capital cost of this new item versus the old one was the same. No difference for procurement to buy this one or the old one. The operating cost, well, this one, frankly, takes a shorter time to clean. This is 3 minutes, the other one's 40. But the consequence is, this one doesn't kill you, the other one did. So if you try and stick values on things, all of a sudden you do get to a bottom line here of good decision making, but you've got to go downstream past public sector procurement in the accounting, bean counting office in order to get to those answers. Other things that came out of this, very simply, 3 other very simple examples. A blood pressure cuff with Velcro that you could never clean before. Here's a polymer one with magnets that's easy to wipe down. Lots of time saved, this one isn't going to kill you either. The cannula going into the arm has a little timer on it. After 2 to 3 days, they get a bit manky, and actually that's when your infection starts to get through your skin, and actually you acquire that HCAI. And the mattresses, which were subject to, I kid you not, a scratch and sniff test between every 6 and 18 months, a hydrochromic ink was developed, which basically, once punctured, changed colour, showing staff that this mattress is no longer viable and needs changing. So hopefully, in the near future, the scratch and sniff test moves on slightly. And finally, about the Design Council, why we're here. Basically, what we do, people will know the Design Council perhaps of old, Haymarket, the swing tag, nice lamps, nice Conran design, lovely pottery, nice ceramics. We spend our time working within the innovation infrastructure in terms of public sector innovation, support for businesses, connecting the designers, engineers, and manufacturers of these products to the clients, the NHS in that case, accelerating the science to market. Even in that commode story, there are new polymers that don't sustain bugs. We found new paints you can paint walls with that don't sustain bugs. Lots of new technologies, lots of new approaches connecting to the Technology Strategy Board and various other of the bodies that can actually contribute to this whole system and the approach we need to take to lean, to improve, to transform these systems. New approaches to societal challenges. We're working with crime and security, health and well-being, dementia, diabetes, obesity, these kinds of issues now, community regeneration, environmental stewardship. Those are the kinds of topics that we're picking up. And this public service transformation, I hope I've shown you a couple of good examples here. And just to give a little bit of credit to what we do and how we do it, this is something we don't do ourselves, we do facilitate. We've developed basically a cohort of national design associates. These are fantastic people. In this mix is the former head of design for British Airways, not just products and aircraft interiors, but the whole service design journey. We've got Professor Colin Burns, former managing partner of a fantastic design agency globally called IDEO. Professor of Northumbria University. He's now working with us very closely on this public service programme, and many others, as you can see. Now, we provide these to local authorities, to national departments, to businesses, and basically under the schemes that government supports, and they are available. And we're a charity, we don't make money, but actually that's the resource that we deploy. We accredit them, we quality assure them, and we give them the tools, techniques, and the discipline to go out, and that peer group network is essentially transferring that knowledge as we move forwards. And that is it.